This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. In the last episode, we didn't make much progress in the episode. We talked to an outcrier, told us a little bit about the area, about a couple places we could check, the necropolis being the most prominent one, where the Lotus Assassin hideout might be, but we were told about an arena, a fighting school, a play, an outlander, the scholar, and all this other place for side quest shenanigans. But for now, we've talked to our friend Wildflower, learned about her alternate personality, Ajin, the frog demon, Sagacious Zoo's thoughts on the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins, and Kang, who wishes to know where he came from. He seems to have forgotten bits and pieces about where he's from, and the map he's told us to go there. So let's humor the crazy old coot and see where it goes. All right, let's go.
Well, let's see then. It must lead to where I was last, which would be the ideal place to go first. Keep an eye out. I don't know why my tracks were covered, but I do tend to incur the occasional death threat. Craters are remarkably unappreciated.
Death threats, you say? From your explosive personality, you say? No. All right, so we got to keep a lookout for something for him. Well, if we keep the crazy Kang happy, he'll keep making improvements or helping our situation, I guess, with our machine. So, I think it's just we just played the minigame, yeah, which is fine. I don't think you can skip this one. I think you have to play it, which is fine. So, why would we... Sorry, it's hard to dictate when he's going to start talking, you know what I mean? So be careful about it.
I'll hammer it out.
So flying...
Close, but we have to get out of here. We need to try again.
Huh. Well, I didn't expect to just get hit from behind. One of the few, I usually don't lose in that mini game, so that's kind of surprising that happened. Whoops, sorry. Who's that fat man right there? Who? I think we know who that is, but I'm not gonna say anything. Just no, wait, we've seen it before. Never mind. All right, let's try that. and not let the thing pop up from behind us like a gosh darn Jack-in-the-Box. Right. Double team us and our girlfriend here. It's like, I mean, what I mean to say is love is blind. I don't know why I'm trying to hit every like machine. I don't need to. Oh, well, whatever. Some weird habit of mine, I guess.
I see patterns, schematics. Keep going. I'll hammer it out.
I wonder why flying through here is causing him to remember that type of stuff. Whoa. Depth charges. What are they called if you... Sorry, I don't know when he's going to talk, so I apologize if I'm talking in the middle of his... like when he's talking. Because he's actually saying stuff. He was saying about how he's... numbers and stuff have come into him while we were fighting these things, which I don't know why flying to this place we'd be attacked, although he did say something about death threats, so there you go, I guess. So I wonder what Kang figured out there that's so important that we were risking our lives and our followers' lives too. I keep wanting to say companions, but I mean they are companions, but I like the fact that they're called followers instead. At least if you're on the closed fist path, that makes more sense. If you're on the good, or if you're on the open palm path, companion sounds a lot more nicer. But I don't know, followers just kind of makes more sense in the... I mean, you're called followers either way. I'm just saying that I think it just makes more sense calling them one way or the other. So, oh, we're back to the Emerald City. What'd you find out, Kang? The cloudburst, huh? Oh, that must be a new ability.
Our flight was great fun. Lots of explosions. But what does it mean? I think it's a clue. I hid something in my head because I was going to lose my memory, I think. One thing for certain, there was no destination. We ended where we began. The route was the important part. Let me show you what it inspired me to make. It's I'm not sure what it is, but it has a lever on it that is begging to be pulled.
You know what we're going to say about that, but so you built a lever because of the things inside your head and you're going to lose your memory? Why would you know you'd lose your memory? Huh. Interesting. You have an interesting story to tell, man. Wait, okay, that should be interesting. Wait, no, I don't think it's a good idea. Are you sure this is safe?
There's only one way to find out. Well, there's probably one or two, but who has time to dig an artillery trench? Here we go. And nothing. Right? We're not dead, I think. That is decidedly disappointing. I was expecting something. I must still need a part I can't remember. I need some time to think, to get my brain straightened out. This is most intriguing and infuriating. Give me some time.
You know, I was about to say pull the lever, you know, in the classic fashion, but it didn't even work, so no point. Yeah, so you need something? You have the resources of the Imperial City at your disposal. Think harder.
You know, it is true that I should be able to find what I need here. Let me rummage through what I have stockpiled. Just a few tweaks. Tight fit. Not sure how that will affect things. What's it? I don't remember seeing that before. Just get this last. There we go. It's ready. Now we can finally find out just what it does. After I name it, of course. Nothing works right until you name it. How about the confoundable minutia?
The confoundable minutia? What does that even mean? I mean, I understand what minutia means, but confoundable? That, yeah, it doesn't matter. Just activate. I'm sure that'll help start it up. Wait, I don't want to part of this. I'm sure that will help start it up. Pull the lever!
What? No, impossible. I fixed it. I checked everything. It should work. Unless, no, I did that. Oh, where'd the city go?
Did you kill us, old man? Oh boy, where are we going now? Strange are the workings of the Celestial Bureaucracy. Exceptional mortals are sometimes granted godhood to preserve their genius forever. Huh, that's interesting. Not important to the story, but thanks for telling us, I guess. Yeah, it's apropos to show Kang there with his explosions. Too bad he's not... I was about to say, too bad he's not a character you could play as, like, join you, but I wonder if he originally was. Like, he would actually throw grenades and stuff like that while following you. I bet it was one of those early prototype type of things, and then they decided to
that was
not do it.
Anticlimactic. A flash of light, but no resounding boom. What good is such a light if Earth doesn't meet sky?
There's supposed to be a kaboom! An earth-shattering kaboom! I wonder if the person who wrote that was a fan of Looney Tunes. Where am I? Yeah, we're in the celestial heavens. Although a piece of it somewhere, not particularly one we've been to before. Well, where are we?
What? Oh my. It seems we have transported to a heaven. A strangely familiar one for some reason, but I don't recall ever moving to such a place before.
An interesting little device you have there. It could be useful if you could count on your point of arrival, but since you made it, I'll stick to walking.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you and me both, Sky. I think we both have the same feeling about that. So, do you know where we are? I want to leave here, Kang. Let's have a look around. So, do you know where we are?
This place is completely unknown to me. Or is it? I am compelled to take the steps this way. There are gears here that I remember.
Ah, and off he runs. This looks like his kind of place, really.
Yep. I agree, Sky. Alright, let's see what we have to have here. Looks like some type of contraption. Water wheel. And I think most of the characters have something to say when you come here. Ooh, alright, let's break it. Break it for science! Or open it for science. Ooh, a cow beeswar. Let's see what that says. Let's see. I think that's under plot items, I think. Let's see, yeah. Or Bizwar, or Bezor. I forgot how to pronounce those. Used to treat the conditions of the bloat and circulation. A cow beeswar forms only in the stomach of very ill cattle. Cow beeswars are extremely rare, but many seek them for their curative nature. When was the last time I've heard that term before was a beeswar? There was a game a long time ago that also used beeswar, not just this one. Configuration of the ox. You know what? Earlier we got something called configuration of the horse. Is that also in the plot items? Yeah, we got that in Gal the Greater's Tower, which told us something, like had a little story to tell, but I wonder if they're tied together. Let's see what this says. Configuration of the Ox. This strange schematic has had better days. The paper ragged at the corners, while the page is filled with doodled diagrams, including one for a device that seems designed to colorize rice for easy sorting. The majority of the space is taken up by a single notion. Foul-smelling water must be purified of the taint of a rotten egg. Only the water wheel and the applauding stack can manage it, even then only with the dragon's help. That's weird. Rotten eggs, water wheel, dragon? Weird. Okay. Huh, a tiger.
Look at this. It's a marvel. A wonder of monumental proportions. A phenomenal piece of unbelievable craftsmanship.
All right. Enough with the big words, Poindexter. What are you talking about? No, really was a do. Yeah. Quit your, I just want to head back. Quit your jabbering, Kang. Just tell me what it does.
I haven't the slightest idea. But it must be important, wouldn't you think? I mean, just look at it. These machines, they are manipulators, fabricators. They bully energy into something. They can be activated, deactivated, on and off and on. You see?
Okay. Calm down with your orgasm right there, buddy. So, I like the, but what is it? Enough of your funny, King. Where are we? Yeah, it's only important to Kang because it's big. What does it do? It's big. But what is it?
I can only come to one conclusion. Lord Lau's furnace.
He's just a legend. Stories of his machines making much-needed lakes and unfortunate mountains are the kind of tale my father loved. But you can't take them seriously.
Legendary, mythical, and overrated in some respects. But if anyone else has a better origin for such machines as this, I'm not hearing it.
Well, it is a celestial heaven pocket, but I don't think I know. Have we read anything about Lord Lau previously before this? I think we might have seen snippets somewhere about something, but I don't care who they belong to or they use these machines to meet. Who is Lord Lau?
Artificer to the Celestial Bureaucracy, he creates machines that themselves also create. Although I'd make them a little less delicate had I his resources. Still, he is an inspirational figure for inventors. And we are in his playhouse. You select the machines you want to activate, and then the tiger or the dragon button, like this.
Don't touch anything. Please don't hit random switches. I find it unsettling. Touch nothing. Here we go. Let's just go with my first instinct. Touch nothing.
Don't worry. The individual machines are not activated. I think the switches must be thrown on at least 2 of the components before it will do whatever it does. You also have to select a fuel. It looks like there are a few pieces of cinnabar in the contraption, but it may accept others as well.
Pieces of cinnabar, huh? Okay, so it takes other things as well. Do you think it's wise to play with that? You don't even know what it does.
Well, judging by the pile of ashes I found near the controls, if you do it wrong, it either creates a nice warm fire or burns the person standing here to a crisp. It looks like a powerful thing, so just guessing at the possible configurations will probably get you into trouble and waste the cinnabar in the machine. So, you might want to be careful how you go about it. Things like this usually have directions. No, recipes. No, that's not it. Configurations. That's it.
Ah, so that's what those are. These are plans for the machine, huh? Interesting. Wonder what they do. Wait, didn't we find a strange set of directions? I'm just going to try it out. Let's look a bit around here first. Wait, didn't we find a strange set of directions?
Very true. Perhaps you should give them a try. They didn't mean much before, but now we may have the tools to make something of them.
As far as I know, I think if you fail, you just take damage, and you do lose some of the cinnabar. So, okay, we got the book stand. Now that we have the 100% thing, we can get the full experience from that. The Celestial Order, Volume 3. The Celestial Bureaucracy is made up of all the servants that the Great Dragon left behind to administer creation. According to the priests and augurs, they know nothing of their creator or where it has gone. The Great Dragon has descended heaven, and they say, and they and their faithfulness remain behind. Or so they say. Over the millennia, many have fallen from their duties and become part of the chaos in the world. This we can only suppose is part of creation as well. But as representatives of order, humanity suffers most from the attentions of these chaotic spirits and demons. And we got a lot of experience for that. I think you usually get like 300 or something like that for that. So, okay, we can reset the console. The fuel... Do we have any Cinnabar in there? The fuel hopper contains some Cinnabar ore, but there is a separate section. The configuration likely needs specialized fuels to make them effective. We'll stay away from it for now. We'll leave the hopper alone. Okay, we can talk to Kang. If we want to leave, we can just talk to him and tell him to leave, and we'll come back to this later. This is going to be a side quest that won't be solved immediately. You have to do it over the course of the game. I think you can finish it before the end of Chapter 3, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we've got conductor, clapper chimney, the water wheel from earlier, then the 2 buttons, and what was the other one? The cauldron, and the cogs. Okay. I think with that beeswax we just got, I think we can do one of the things right now, if I remember correctly. Let's see, are there any quests mentioned in the log at this point? No. Okay, we don't have anything for that. Okay, let me look at the configuration of the horse. Let's see. Talked about the island, which is probably here. Is probably what he's talking about. Let's see. It's the tiger. Okay. Tiger feeds on the stone of the cow. All but the cogs are watching. Okay. So as far as I understand, the way that one's described is I have to hit the tiger button after setting everything else. So we need to set. That's why I saved it, by the way. All right. Load the hopper. Okay. Oh, we also have the nickeled iron, but we're not going to do that right now. So let's place the beeswax inside. How Lord Loud managed to predict the shape of a stone formed in the cow's gull, you'll never know. But a small round cup of the field's hopper holds the beeswax securely. Okay. And they said all but the... What was it again? Sorry. I'm one of those that have like a tough time with short-term memory sometimes. Okay, it's the tiger. Feeds on the stone from the... All but the cogs are watching. Or, yeah. Okay, so the only one I don't hit, if I remember it correctly, is the cog one. So I have to activate the rest of them. So let's hit this one. I have no idea what that's doing. It's just like going around causing trouble. Look at that. It's just like spinning back and forth. Okay, so that's activated. Okay, and then let's hit the conductor. Conductor! To conduct this. I don't think it shows the animation every time you do it. I think the first time you do it, it shows it. After that, I think you can just pull it and it skips it after that, I think. But I wanted to show it. It looks like one of those shocky ball things they used to have at science conventions where you just put your hand on little bits of static electricity or lightning would come out of it. So, clapper chimney. Kind of reminds me of Mary Poppins for some reason. Like, oh, I put in my bad Cockney accent and start talking like Dick Van Dyke from that movie. I haven't watched the newest one of that, so I don't know if that one's any good. When you're flying kite, or someone, or however he went, but yeah, it was a really bad Cockney accent. Okay, I think the last one is the water wheel, and I think that's it. If I did this, if I'm reading it correctly. I'm not like looking up a guide or anything like that. I'm trying to go from memory. The only time I look up a guide for any of my walkthroughs if it's something I kind of vaguely remember by some rare thing that I want to try and find. But even then, I might leave it alone just to give kind of I wouldn't say an original, but just like a untampered experience. So okay, that should be all the ones, and we just haven't hit the cogs, which according to that, that's the only one I just need to leave alone. Okay, and then we need to hit the tiger button. If I did it right. We get the Song of the Spirit, and we lose the configuration. Neat.
Excellent! What an amazing machine! Now, if we can find more configurations, just imagine what we could do here.
I think some of the stuff you can buy for get for the machine are... I think there's like one or two of them you actually have to buy, so you might have to check merchants and places and buy like a... Because I think in the nickeled iron, I think I bought that from a merchant at TN's Landing, I think. Even though you don't know what it does, but you buy it anyway, which is used for the machine. Want to try that again? The machine is amazing. I'm ready to leave this place. This machine is amazing.
Yes, amazing indeed. Of course, without more configurations, we'll never know just what it can really do.
Okay, let's take a look and see what that did. I think that's a technique you get, I believe. Yeah, the Song of the Spirit, +5 Spirit. The proper configuration of Lord Liao's furnace has created the Song of the Spirit. This technique provides an increase to spirit. Song of the South? No, not quite. Not quite questionable like that. Okay, let me see. Can we do the horse one, or can we do the horse one yet? Or the ox, I mean? I don't think we can. Let's see. Yeah, I need something that's... Yeah, to only do that, I have to have something that's like either rotten eggs or... Oh, what's the thing that simulates rotten eggs? Not charcoal. Crap, I used to know. Crap. Well, something similar to rotten eggs we need, but the nickel iron we have won't do that. So for now, we've done everything we can here. Okay, we don't need to reset that. We don't need to reset that if we've hit the switches and we need to restart from scratch without wasting the item. Okay, I guess it's time to leave, Kang. Let's go back.
A most intriguing place.
Where can I find configurations for the device?
Well, given the rather fantastic nature of the furnace, I would bet that whoever has them doesn't really know what they are for. You found one previously in an unrelated endeavor. I'm afraid that is just the kind of continued uncertainty we will have to deal with. Keep your eyes open.
Basically, just make sure to open all chests, check all the merchant houses and stuff like that. I don't remember there being anyone particularly easy to forget. Maybe the one in the Gao. It might be possible to miss the one in the Gao the Greater Tower if you're really kind of just trying to speed through it. But let me ask. I already know how to use the machine, but let's see if he has any different information on that.
Turn on the individual components, at least 2 of them. Place the fuel of your choice in the hopper, and then press either the tiger or the dragon button. Before you do all that, you should make sure you know what configuration you want. Otherwise, boom! You never know what might happen.
Yeah, I think you just take some damage. I don't think you get killed or anything like that. Okay, I'm ready to leave this place.
Very well. In the meantime, I will try to see if I can learn anything more about this interesting machine. I can always bring us back here later.
All right, time to go back. Ooh, lovely Princess Sun Lian's there. Yeah, it's like I think I remember playing the game as I knew Silk Fox was going to be some twist because they always do that all the time. But then when you see her in a princess garb, you're like, oh man, wow. It's one of those things you go, wow, she looks good. Not to dissuade her, she's a strong princess and all this other stuff. I'm just saying that I was surprised by her hotness. No, but anyway, so yeah, we'll have to come back to that later on when we get more configurations and more items to use in the hopper. So, but yeah, I think we can finish all of it by the end of chapter 3. And chapter 3 is the longest. I think chapter 3 is the longest chapter in the game, yeah, because of how big the Imperial City is and how many side quests you can do. A lot bigger than Tian's Landing. I think chapter 4 is pretty short, and so is chapter 5 is a little bit longer than chapter 4. Because I think chapter 5 is the finale, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, all right, time to, now that we've done that, let's talk to the rest of our companions, see what else they have to say. Yeah, we're not gonna enter the Imperial City today, folks. Sorry, that's just what happens when you're in new chapters.
What? What do you want?
Hey, Black Whirlwind, we haven't used you in a while. What's up? And like I said in previous episodes, Black Whirlwind and like Henpecked Toe are like the ones I use the most in the game. Like I've had playthroughs where I just use them specifically. Not that, I mean, you just do that to get like all their unique dialogues and everything like that. But you do miss out on other dialogues if you don't have them. Not groundbreakingly that you need to miss them or anything like that. It's just. But anyway, I'm gonna try to like I said before. I'm gonna try to just swap players after every like major event. I'll try to like just swap them out and just get different dialogue and all that. I'd like to hear more about your past. What are your thoughts on this? Yeah, what are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, the city has everything you could ever want. Fighting, money, wine, and there's something else that people like, but I can't quite remember what it is. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll come to me once I've had a few bowls of wine. Let's get something to wet our tongues. Women! That's the one I forgot. I must be getting sober if I'm forgetting that one.
Well, at least there's one thing that you and me have in common. Black Whirlwind. We do love our women. No, well, I mean, I do, but you know what I mean. And I respect them, too. I'd like to hear more about your past, Black Whirlwind.
Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous, I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but hunting rats one at a time is boring work. So I had an idea, a way to catch them all at once. I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch.
I guess that's an interesting idea, but isn't that a bit sacrilegious on their part? I can't believe you got rats drunk. That should be good. Were the rats the only one who got drunk? Yeah. I like how, like, despite, you know, your preference towards Black Whirlwind, it's like either mid or just smiling at his, like, silly notions. Can't believe you got your rats drunk. This should be good. Were the rats the only ones who got drunk?
Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out before the rats came. In the middle of the night, I was woken up by screaming monks and fiery explosions. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination.
Whoa. How'd you do... okay, that's a... oh, wow, that's funny. The rats explode, that's horrible. What happened in the monastery? Well, at least you got rid of the rats. Who knew that getting rats, like, drunk and then them getting set next to fires would cause it to explode? Well, at least you got rid of the rats.
The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from the gods and closed the monastery. See what happens when you think too much?
Well, I guess that's true. That's all for now. That is by far the most stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Whatever.
Black Whirlwind's like, whatever. I don't care what you think about me or not. So, all right. Do we have enough time to? I guess we do. Well, we can start a conversation. So, let's go with Henpecked Ho for now. We'll talk to Sky.
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives.
Well, good for you, buddy. Good that you can kind of stay a quote-unquote free man for a while before she gets back. I'm sorry to hear that. I thought you'd be happy, and I thought you'd be happy.
I am very happy indeed. Instead of dying upon my return home, I am free. Until she returns, of course.
Man, that is such a sad life if you're just, like, hoping that your wife ain't home at the time when you're homecoming. Why did you become a Vauldemare if you're a master fighter? What are your thoughts on your situation? I think I've asked him about that before, but what are your thoughts on the situation?
We made it this far. How hard can it be from here? From what I've seen, you're more than capable of handling anything we're likely to encounter.
Well, yeah. I think we can. Why did you become a bun master if you were a master fighter?
You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the questions. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the reason I no longer fight. My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle down, be more respectable.
All right, I'm sorry for asking you a question, dude. I was just curious. Man, you really have some issues with your wife. I mean, maybe you should talk to her about it. But, yeah, anyone who tells you, like, any loving... I know this is meant for comedy and all that, which it is funny in some respects, but if you ever have, like, a loving partner that tells you just can't, like does, like, whatever this is, then they are not a loving partner. I mean, I'm not saying you should completely ignore the partner. It's just, you know, I mean, yeah, the Vauldemare relationship advice. A relationship is an equal co-op type of thing. You both do what each other wants, but you also do things together to keep the household or whatever in check. You know, it's about respect. You know what I mean? Well, like I said, I'm talking about this when this is meant to be comical. It is funny in a sense. It's just, if in real life that's the case, I would definitely get some help on that one. Well, that's not so bad. Let's see, being respectable. Well, that's not such a bad thing. So he became a bun master. Oh, you need to learn to stand up for yourself.
At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much of what happened next, which is fortunate. From what I hear, it wasn't very pretty.
She drugged you? Whoa, that's kind of devious, dude. I mean, I guess as a closed fist guy, I gotta respect her for trying to keep you in check in her own ways. Ouch, but I guess you survived. Poor hoe, you're whipped, my friend.
I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. Needless to say, when I was well enough to walk again, I was more than happy to settle down. As to why I became a bondmaster, well, it's a hard, thankless job that keeps me very, very busy. Very busy.
No, because of her drugging you, getting messed up so bad, you got kind of a nightingale syndrome, huh? Well, I guess you have someone, even if it's not the happiest of relationships, but, I mean, not many people can say they've got one, so... But, anyway, thanks for that information, Ho. I feel ever so much better for myself.
As you say, I will be here scrubbing your pots until you call upon me again.
Ooh, boyfriends, man. Just goes to show you, folks, being in a relationship does not automatically mean pure happiness. All right, well, we've learned a bit about Lord Liao's furnace and about Kang's connection to him. He's got to have some connection to him just because of that. Now, what is the connection? We won't know for a while. And Ho being truly, truly whipped. So, in the next episode of Jade Empire, I guess we'll talk to Sky and Dawn, and then we'll finally go into the Imperial City itself and learn of the glories and wonders of the heart of the Empire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.